Isn't he Mexican?
Colombian.
He calls himself American.
What is this?
Anchor Baby.
And in this corner, it's the American Anchor Baby.
Daddy's home.
That's an offensive term. People find that hurtful.
You mean it's not politically correct? Excuse me. I'll use the word anchor baby.
You know, he's an anchor baby in Canada.
Tell him we still rolling with Trump, too.
Anchor baby, the whole thing sounds horrific. You're just making it sound like immigrants are these horrific, greedy people.
Ustedes pueden aceptar mi negocio o aceptar las consecuencias. Plata o plomo.
So you would be considered white, in my opinion.
You the blackest one in this room.
I think so.
And what happened was his mama got pregnant on the other side of the border. And then a few hours before, just before it was time for him to pop out, she jumped across the border and let him fall on American soil. So he became the anchor baby. You don't call him the anchor baby for nothing. Amazing.
We like this anchor baby, right?
Hello, I'm the American Anchor Baby, and this is my show. What's up, everybody? Welcome, welcome. A little late on this Monday, but it still remains a lovely Monday afternoon. Lunchtime for some of you, a little later for others. What is up, everybody? Okay, let me get situated here. I am the American Anchor Baby. I see you. I see you, chat. Thank you. I do appreciate it. And I appreciated everyone who joined me over the weekend. Well, Friday. We didn't do a weekend show on Saturday, but we had a nice flight on Friday. Great flight, really. Beautiful flight. Fantastic flight. Air Force One all the way to JFK International out of Telluride in Colorado. What a nice flight. Snowy at the beginning. Went from snow to New York. What a mess. But we landed beautifully. What a smooth landing. But basically a professional, okay? You're hearing all this talk about affirmative action, air traffic controllers, affirmative action pilots. Those are headlines about somebody else, okay? Somebody else. What's up, Ivana? What's up, cuz? 𝒏𝒊𝒄𝒌𝒔𝒕𝒓𝒆𝒂𝒎, What's up, Bobby Blanco, Kevin House, Stephen Will? Hello. What's up, Will Cole? Hey, Lord Bibby. I see you. What's up, Pete Wilkins? Use name. Yes, I see you too. Point fire. What's up, everybody? Saying hi to the chat here. And I got to say hi to those over on Rumble, DLive, X. I'm streaming on those platforms. X.com/Gorgonzola, DLive.tv/Gorgonzola. I got top fans in the chat. What's up, Misty? What's up, Kilo Alpha Tango? I'm saying hi to everybody. And of course, Rumble. Rumble.com/American Anchor Baby. He's an anchor baby. So we had a nice flight, and we had a co-pilot. You guys miss it? We got a co-pilot for the last leg of the show there. We had a guest, someone I invited on. He goes by Hitler Hated Christ on X.com. You can find him there, X.com/not_our_guy. Not our guy, he says. Had a great interview. You know, it was interesting, you know. Some of you were calling him pretty based. Yo, based? Yo, based? You know, some of you guys, some people might call him anti-Semitic, you know. Talked about the interesting things about the Talmud. You know, he's a Christian, very knowledgeable about Catholic stuff and just the word. He'd be great for Bible Thumper Thursday if anybody caught the interview. We should definitely have him on. I should talk to Sean about that. But, you know, he's also a pattern noticer, if you will. A noticer of patterns. But one in particular that got him was this hate, seeing hate. Okay? So it was, I was grateful to have him on as a guest. And, you know, for the next guest, you know, kind of get that whole thing better. Just a little bit of self-criticism there. You know, kind of like a mission statement, not mission statement, but Just a well thought out interview. It's kind of how I want to do it. But it was interesting nonetheless. And of course, Israel, all that stuff got brought up, because people are, like I said, he's noticing hatred amongst the right, the young people, the dissident right, and all that. And so it was great. So thank you to Not Our Guy on X.com. You could definitely check it out. It's about an hour in. It's time-stamped on the show on YouTube, so you can see exactly when we had that conversation. Not Our Guy. Nick, where's the Mexican mustache? Okay, guys, we got to get serious. I can't do, what's that? What do you call that? What's that costume? It's like a mustache and glasses. It's like a classic gag You know what I'm talking about? The glasses and the mustache and the big old nose. I'm looking at images of this. I feel like I've been, we're going to need Lil Nick on this one. Hey, what's up? Yeah, me too, Lil Nick. I feel like Big Nick. I think I've been, what's it called? Conditioned by the ADL or something, because I don't think you can wear this. This is on the edge. Okay, they call it anti-Semitism, and it's Groucho Marx. Okay, never mind. Groucho Marx. How can that be anti-Semitic? It's just a costume of someone. So, you know what? We had to get serious eventually. And I had a guest on Friday, and we were already flying a plane and all that. And I was like, how am I going to explain this one? But that went well as well, and he played along, and that's great. So thanks, because we have fun on Nick's stream. We fly that little plane. How's your little plane? So you can call in 888-775-3773. I think I may have some international viewers on Facebook. So you can call 1-888-775-3773 if you're on WhatsApp. Try WhatsApp, try Skype. Those are ways to call in internationally using the number. Toll free, 1-888-775-3773. So, hate, blame, and victimhood, right? Hate, blame, and victimhood. We're talking with that guest. And talking about many things, right? Israel and the Jews. Some news recently I heard from the New York Times. This apparently that I don't know if we're supposed to just go around trusting the New York Times but I heard that they said that intelligence may have known about this attack. Ooh, salacious. Whoa, big news. I mean, it sounds pretty amazing, actually. But also a lot of people kind of called it that Israel's intelligence may have known. Now, I didn't read the New York Times article. I don't know if they go as far as to say that they knew and they allowed it to happen for some reason or that reason. But like how I was talking about all last week, pretty much last week, the week I decided to get, a clear salient point on some of this conflict in the world, I also decided to go Groucho Marx on y'all. But hey, we had fun. Look, like I was saying, like all week, the hate, blame, and victimhood. Shout out Jesse Lee Peterson. I'm on his network. The Antidote, his book. The Antidote to Hate, Blame, and Victimhood. It's like the poison that everyone's drinking from, and why nothing's gonna get better. It's and you're seeing the daughters and sons of the so-called what should I call them here? I'm trying to be all poetic here. The custodians of the world. I mean, come on, the white people, the Europeans. This is the ordered world we live in. We got to be thankful here, folks. And look, even they're blaming and hating. They're blaming and hating. And we got into it with my guest, and I could have done my part to make it clear, so that's my fault, not his fault. But it's like we were making we had our questions and made some, I think he made some clear points about some of this banned stuff you're not allowed to talk about. And you could talk about like when it's real. But when you get into hate, blame, and victimhood, life is confusing and nothing's clear and everything just gets worse. People get weaker. Worse. Everything gets worse. What's happened since? Okay, how many weeks? It's been like what? Over a month since this attack. What's happened since? Well, a whole bunch of stuff, I guess. I'm thinking first thing comes to mind. Daily Wire. Remember Daily Wire? The whole Ben Shapiro versus Candace. That happened. I mean, it was interesting, right? We had our thrills. We got our thrills watching this fight. Oh, my God, Ben Shapiro really is like that. Oh, my God. Or Candace, oh, that woman, she should stay at home. What's she doing? But anyways, we got our thrills. Twitter fights, dead babies. No, my dead baby is a super rare dead baby. Mine's a charred dead, mine's a super holographic, rare pack, one of a kind, charred dead baby brisket baby. And then it's like a dead baby fight on Twitter. Dead baby fight, you remember. Atrocity propaganda. This is an interesting Wikipedia article you might want to look up, huh? Okay. But really, it really was like that. Political propaganda, swaying the public this way, that way. Religion fight. Food fight. Okay. Protests, right? We had the protests here in America. Destruction. Chaos. We even had some like pretty serious nasty stuff, right? Wasn't there like an older Jewish man who stabbed a Palestinian child or something like that? And then there was like someone was it like some Arabs doing some nasty stuff maybe in somewhere else in the world? But people were getting crazy, okay? There was a more recent attack, I think. Okay, so that went on. Fighting. Nuclear blackmail. We saw this coming from politicians and people. Well, I don't know about a politician. I can't think of one. But people in the American media. Nuclear blackmail. Okay, we saw the ridiculous students. The students, they're protesting, they're fighting. They're calling them anti-Semitic. They're calling them this or that. They're just silly. Oh, so not any idea what they're supporting. We're like, imagine this, LGBTQ people for Palestinians. We're here for we support Palestinian cause. And they're all like, I mean, you've heard this said before by the conservatives, but I think it's a fine point. It shows the disconnect. You know, on this, a little aside, not on this, it's like, it shows the disconnect. These people here supporting the Palestinians, but they're also into all this other stuff where they wouldn't quite agree. They would have some infighting there. It really just goes to show that people aren't angry about what they say they are. When you really think about it, people are rarely angry about what they think they're angry about. Because think about it, they're like, oh, we're here for the Palestinians. But really, they're just lumping up with the America haters. They're lumping up with the anti-patriarchy, anti-American, white people, the colonialisms, all the colonialisms. They're lumping in, and it's diverse, if you will, without a unifying principle other than hate. Envy. I want what you have. Why don't I have what you have? The reason I don't is because of bigotry or racism or something fake like that. Think about that. I think that goes to show it should be kind of a little point, a little bit of evidence here to make the case for that people aren't angry about what they think they're angry at, but what they've been told they're angry about, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Come on. Oh, the cannolis. But where was I? So what's happening? Yeah. Ridiculous students. I mean, another thing too, it's like these students, they don't know what they're supporting. They're just angry. And then now they're going to get their names plastered. Didn't that go down? There was some truck going around, someone trying to plaster their names. You can never hire these people again. Well, I wouldn't blame an employer, but I mean, come on. They're a bunch of dumb kids. Wrapped up in something that they're just pawns of. Okay. And, if you think about it, too, this story kind of goes back farther for others. Ye. Think about Ye. Kanye West. Ye. Like, what's happened to him not since the conflict, I guess, but, his story and, like, others kind of go back a little farther. I mean, I guess just because he said DEFCON 3 about Jewish people. I guess that's the only connection here. But the connection that I'm trying to make is blame and hate. Not that I like Ye. You know me. You guys know that. But what became of his life? He got involved with some woman. I mean, the family's a mess, but hey, he may have realized that he's paying for it with an evil woman. What can you do? But yeah, not quite a good look on the media. But the media hates him, so we can't really go along with that. But if anything, more of a point on generally, as America, what have they figured out since? More blaming and hating. There's some interesting stuff, right? There's some really interesting things. Salient points about difference in religion, difference in philosophy, and how to run the country. Do you love the country? What the heck? Where does your allegiance lie if you're going to be a politician of this country? But what race is being saved here? What culture is being preserved here? Out there fighting in the streets. Okay. Reminds me of my conversation with Mark out of California. It's not out of really finger wagging so much and trying to be all on a high horse. It's more like to younger people too. To not let them go down the road of hate because they really are just turning it to Black Lives Matter. There's people online saying it's not like that. Or we're allowed to be Black Lives Matter. We should be allowed to burn it down. These people don't care about us. They hate us. We'll just build it back up. But I don't know if it'll be that easy. It's going to take a lot more pain to rediscover. Ooh, it's going to take a lot more pain. It's like, I think this is the downswing. The white people fighting in the streets and whatever, angry, their families. Ye, not exactly not crazy though. That's fair, Mr. Pink. Look, what happened to Ye and the whole thing, Kanye West, sorry, tangent, but it was that doctor, that therapist guy who was trying to 5150 him. Crazy. If you don't know, it's basically texts between him and this therapist guy threatening him to take his kids away and throw him in I don't know, mental stuff. Take away his rights. Calling him crazy because he wore a red hat. Okay, but where was I? What culture is being preserved here with anger and fighting? Why? They're out there in the streets. What was I saying? And I think this is not a clawing your way back. This is not a swinging the other way. It's the final stages. Not to be really dark and oh, guys, it's over. And no, it's not like that. It's just, I think the reality of the situation, those are the signs of the final stages. And then the pain, and then it's worse pain. And then it's find Christianity, bad times, great, weak people. You know what I mean? Then they make good people, great people. And then the great times create the good times. The great people create the good times. I don't know. They say that's a cycle. They say it's a cycle that happens. Kind of makes sense. But yeah, you see what I'm saying? It's the downswing. More pain is coming. Unless the miracle of forgiving. And not blaming. It's major. It's kind of a major thing that's going on. Hate, blaming, victimhood. Center for Immigration Studies, CIS.org, in October 2023, the foreign-born share was the highest in history at 49.5 million and 15% of the U.S. population. Wow. The Census Bureau's current population survey shows that the total foreign-born or immigrant population, anchor babies, legal and illegal, was 49. I'm saying legal and illegal because this is what the report reads. I'm not adding that in. That's in this report from Center of Immigration Studies. Was 49.5 million in October 2023. A 4.5 million increase since President Biden took office and a new record high. At 15%, the foreign-born share of the U.S. population is also the highest ever recorded in American history. So, highest share. I mean, wasn't it recently that foreign-born babies there are already more of them than the native population? Ooh. Spicy term, native population. What do you mean? You mean the First Nations, right? You mean the First Nations people. That's for my Canadian viewers. The First Nations, the Métis. No, that's something else. I'm talking about the white people, Europeans, the ones who made this country. Look, I heard not too long ago that foreign-born babies already kind of overtook them or something like that for the first time ever. Foreign-born population grown on average by 137,000 a month since President Biden took office. Oh, wow. So, yeah, it's pretty major because you can't deal with this. With all this hate, blame, and victimhood. I mean, you can make the connection yourselves, okay? But anyways, there's stuff going on politically. It's got to be dealt with. Foreign-born share. This is why it's significant. You've heard this. They're different. They're not American. They're coming in levels never seen before. And they don't quite love the country here. That's really the whole thing. That's really kind of the simplest kind of point there. Babies, are they making babies? I know my guest had made a baby. A daughter, a little daughter, his first kid. And he said he's ahead of his wife. And they had, he did, look, it's like an interesting example, okay? Just the juxtaposition, hating and blaming, but where are the babies? How's your life? Are babies expensive? Any parents in the chat? Are babies this expensive for real? I see this every now and then. Every now and again, I'll see this. And, it'll be something about how expensive it is to have a baby. Now, this is how you prepare for a baby, this account posts. Now, I don't know. They don't 34 million views. This looks like what? Wipes, Pampers, shampoo, condition, like baby shampoo or something. Any parents in the chat? Is it this? It doesn't quite say how fast the baby is going to go through this or how many babies there are. So maybe this is a little unclear. But any parents, come on. Anybody have any insight? I'm not a parent, but is this normal? This seems like a lot. Need more white babies, says Mr. Pink. We need more babies. We need more white babies. We need more right babies. You don't even need that stuff, says Harmony. Is that true? No, says Got Your Six. Breastfeed, cloth diapers, and then the leftovers. Oh, so you don't need diapers? Wait. Have I been psyoped on Pampers. Test. Am I still coming in? Yeah, I am. Is this a psyop? Wait, you don't even eat diapers? No, it's not normal behavior. You don't even need that stuff. Hoarding. The FBI going to get them for hoarding the TP. Wait. Huggies is actually a psyop? Okay. Okay, so I'm seeing some of you say, everyone's saying not really. Everyone's saying not really. Now, again, we don't know how many babies. But is this a psyop? Is the whole expensive babies thing a psyop? It's like I think about dog food. I'm not saying babies are dogs, but listen, just hear me out. Dog food is a psyop. Dog food is silly. Don't dogs just eat normal food? Now, they can be harmed from eating strange things and eating things they're not supposed to. But as long as you get that right. And then I hear stories about like farm dogs and all that, and they eat everything and they live just fine. Oh yeah, here's an egg. I hear interesting stories about farm dogs. But wouldn't they just eat, like, you're buying all this other food, if you could just feed them normal food? Okay, follow me here. I'm not saying babies are dogs, but you eat normal food. Like, you eat normal food, right? Right? You eat normal food, right? Who's eating that? Who's on that Uber Eats? I can't hear myself all of a sudden. Test. Okay. I think this is the first time the headphones went flat. I don't think Jesse's lying about that. Nobody thought he was lying about it, but I think that's real. We've been gaslighting Jesse. I think my headphones actually did go flat. That's so funny. Okay. Where was I? You eat normal food, right? So if you were always fed, like you make sure you eat every day, right? And let's say you got married. Your wife makes sure she eats every day, and you guys both have a roof over your head. So you guys both have a roof over your head. You guys got everything you need. Why would the baby need anything else? Am I being ridiculous here? So parents in the chat, correct me. 888-775-3773. Someone correct this ridiculous person and stop me from putting bad info out to future parents. Cloth diapers from the 70s. Well, it worked for the 70s, apparently. Anybody know why cloth diapers, what's the current consensus? What's the modern response to cloth diapers? Well, you don't do that anymore because blah, blah, blah. Anybody know? That's overkill. 1 box of wipes, 1 carton of diapers. Breastfeeding is highly recommended. Christine Stewart. Hey, how you been, Christine? That's why they're called Pampers. Who speaks English anymore? Thank you, Hillary. Consumer mamas. I feel like the mothers really want that too. Like, we got to buy everything. We got to have everything. We got to have everything for the kid. And I want to give the kid everything. But it's like, if you have what you need, why would the kid need anything more? Am I being dumb here? Somebody help me. Let me read the chat here. Maybe you guys are helping me. My homegirl used cloth diapers. It seems gross. Okay, fair. Maybe we just don't need to be gross. You can puree it in a blender. Parents in the chat. Ha 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 ha. Why is that funny? You doubt there are parents in my chat? B logos, huh? Okay, let me see if my chat's helping me here. Because I think it might... Is it really that expensive? Come on. Huggy psyop. No, it's not normal. Thanks. Appreciate you guys responding. Let me see what D-Live's saying. Leaky cloth diapers. I guess we have modern technology. We don't need to do all the messed up things. Babies are easy, says Misty. They get more expensive with age. Okay. Babies can't eat solids for a minute. Teens way more. Okay, fair enough. Thank you, Games for Rec. I think we do have parents in the chat, you naysayers. My aunt and cousin did that. Okay, so cloth diapers are a mess. Okay, I think we can get that straight. It depends on what you want to buy for the baby. It can get expensive. but that's hoarding. Okay. Well, thank you. No, it's not. Thank you, Hillary. Both of my kids are grown. So, I mean, it's just things I was thinking about. You know, I had told you my theory on the children. On the children and eating healthy and why they might be fussy. I'm not a parent, okay? Someone correct me here. But I'm thinking the parents think, okay, you know what? I'm not that healthy. And I've been meaning to get healthy for a while. But you know who's going to be healthy? My kid. My kid's going to be healthy. That's who's going to be healthy. And you have like you suddenly distinguished from your child. You're going to live a different life that you wouldn't even live. And so you boil the crap out of some broccoli. Not saying boiled broccoli's bad, but you boil this and then you eat it yourself. And you're like, that's not that good. But you're going to eat it. You can make veggies, you know, it doesn't have to be delicious. You can make veggies good, especially with good habits maybe. I don't know. It's like you boiled the crap out of it, honey. That's why he doesn't want to eat it. And the water's too cold when you take baths. That's why he's always crying. If you guys caught a recent show, I was talking about a 4chan post where a father got involved with his kid and finds out that everything the mother and the therapist were saying it's a bunch of crap. That they were the ones that were wrong, not the kid. Fascinating little post there. Nick, you making a baby out of wedlock? No. Kid's dead? No. You probably spend about $280 to $300K per child over the lifetime of the child. Dang. For real. Is that a Buc-ee's profile picture, Santino? Buc-ee's is awesome. Is that Buc-ee's? Shout out Buc-ee's. Man, Buc-ee's. Anyways, just some BS I was thinking. Obviously, I'm not a parent, but isn't that an interesting thing? It's like, if I have what I need, why would the kid need anything different? Why would the kid need more? And then I guess you have a kid, and I can imagine the fears that might come. Oh, you got to put him in school. You got to do this. It's what everybody else does. But it's like, aren't you fine? Aren't you good? Aren't you good? Baked Parmigiano broccolini. All right, cool. We got some recipes in the chat. Most babies grow out of many of the diapers received from baby showers before using them all. Well, there you go. What's up, Doom Jesus? Haven't seen you in a bit. What a mess. Anyways, mama drama. Mama, we want too much. We could live with less. And then maybe we could have more babies. They're saying that it's a low birth rate, right? And just kind of what I was saying earlier. What's going to be fixed? What's being preserved here? When you're all chimping out on the streets. Don't say that. Don't say that. They're fighting on Twitter. The conservatives. They're fighting on Twitter over Rush Limbaugh. He's dead. Rush Limbaugh, he dead. And, you know, he's a legend, radio legend, as they say. Not something I really paid attention to when he was around, but hey, definitely when I started paying attention in 2016, definitely a name I became familiar with. 100%. What was I saying? Yes, Rush Limbaugh, the late, great Rush Limbaugh. They said, what was it? Talent on loan from God, they say? In fact, I think, who was it? I think it was one Jesse Lee Peterson who says an anchor baby you might know. An anchor baby from Canada, he might have some energy on loan from God. What he doesn't know is it's also, at times, although pretty clean lately, on loan from the Coca-Cola company. Thank you, Coca-Cola. I feel like I asked. Oh, nice. It is Buc-ee's. All right, let me just catch up with the chat here, and then I'll see what I could do here. See what we could do next, huh? I see some of my viewers over there in Canada. What's up? Chrissy. What's up, Chrissy? What's up, Sandra? You people watching? You guys watching me? You remember me? I'm suddenly streaming on my Facebook page. I don't even know if you guys can watch it, but I have like a whole bunch of people I knew up there. They're probably like, who the heck? What the heck is Nick up to lately? What the? Hey, remember me? You can call. Okay. Anyways. Like I said, where was I? All distracted. Catching up with chat. What's up, Stephen Will? How you been? Happy Meals only. One time my stepbrothers and I counted how many Happy Meal toys my little bro had. It was something like 180 plus. Wow. Kids are cheap. What does it cost to feed a kid? $1? I wonder if those are the not kid havers in the chat. But most money spent on kids is for the parents' thrill of it, says Nicole. Yeah, no, I'm down with the steamed broccoli. Let's go. Boomers will buy their grandkids all the garbage you don't want and can't afford. Maybe gross, but it's not wasteful, and you aren't putting chemicals on your baby from the disposable stuff. Ah, the cloth diapers. Will the cloth diapers return? Will the Depression-era meals return? They say the economy. I don't know about all that. We'll see. We'll see with all that. Depression-era meals? Depression meals. I don't understand the cleaning cloth diapers. I've never tried them. Definitely seems safer and cheaper, though. I guess you got to try it, and then you'll find out, huh? They're pretty gross, according to Kevin Howe. Not going to lie. Right on. Well, thank you for being involved in the chat. You know it helps. Hit the algorithm right and help me out here. Chat away. Have your fun. Like the stream as you're coming in. Maybe you don't like the stream. Leave me a comment. Call in. Leave a comment during the show or after the fact. You can leave a little comment there. And, yeah. Was my show echoing? Oh, never mind. You can leave a comment. It helps. Look, you can't always support monetarily, but it helps. Make sure I didn't miss any super chats here. Everybody who super chatted, very generous on Friday. You guys rock. Thank you. Coca-Cola doubles as a great soap scum cleaner. Nice. My insides must be nice and clean. Squeaky clean. Maybe the Hispanic gene. Maybe there's like a gene where it allows you to drink copious amounts of Coca-Cola. What's up, you wrong? What are you talking about? That's some news I don't know about. Over on my Rumble chat, Deconstruct, Jules Verne, Ohio Sentinel, some names I've never seen. What's up, DJ 2020? I may be the blackest here. I think I am. Let's be real. So I was telling you about Rush Limbaugh. And so Rush, there's some conservatives on X.com. They're having a big old fight about him. A man who's now dead. Keep Rush's name out of your mouth, traitor. Let me see if I can pull this up for you. Hold on. How do I open this? So, Johnny MAGA. There's just people online who are having a big old fight about something I find silly. And I got this. I got this post through Telegram from John Miller. Now, I forget who exactly John Miller is and what he does, but he's one of these people I follow. And he's got, it was an interesting point he made here. He's reacting to this right here. Johnny MAGA, he says, he's responding to a couple things here. And the conservatives online are saying Rush Limbaugh would have endorsed DeSantis. And someone else is saying, well, no, Rush Limbaugh would have endorsed Trump. I hope we're making him proud. And so they're fighting about it. Who would Rush Limbaugh have supported? Ron DeSantis supporters are now lying, saying that Rush Limbaugh would endorse him when, in fact, Rush would back Trump again, says Tracy Ann. She knows this. No, Tracy Ann. You got to trust Tracy Ann here. Trump and Rush were wonderful friends. The outright lying about a man who passed away makes me nauseous. Isn't that kind of a lie? I mean, you don't know Tracy Ann. I mean, that's fair. I think they were friends, right? I think Rush even spoke about Trump in a great way. Ron DeSantis, so I guess they're basically responding to Ron DeSantis here. Ron DeSantis' tweet here says, Rush was one of a kind. I was honored to know him, appear on his show, and be mentioned on his final broadcast. And so that's how this whole thing started, right? Johnny MAGA here saying, keep Rush's name out of your mouth. Traitor. Is DeSantis a traitor? Is that fair to say a traitor? Isn't he a good governor of Florida? Isn't he doing a fine job? You may have your criticisms. What's that whole thing going to another country, going to Israel and signing anti-Semitism laws? Who the heck are you? I don't know. Someone may be able to explain that one to me because that doesn't make sense to me. What are you, traitor? I don't know about traitor. Come on. Maybe just the simple fact that he's going up against Trump. Then maybe, okay, maybe, yeah. Maybe I get it. You're saying, oh, I love Trump. Oh, I just want to do what Trump did, but better. You might see that as, look, I see that as in my opinion, just a self-involved little move, a political move. You might actually see that as, maybe he truly just thinks Trump's time is done. He's not as effective, and he thinks he could do a better job. But the whole thing has been a move, in my opinion, because you can't really. I don't think anyone has been clear in showing that Trump would not deliver. Saying that he's changed or whatever, and now it's got to be someone else. Look, that's just my opinion. So it's an ego move when we already got the guy that the people want, and you come here trying to throw a wrench in the whole thing. But anyways, that was the whole thing. They're fighting about it. They're saying no, Rush would have said this or that. Here's what John Miller had to say about it. Twitter conservatives are now bickering over whom the very dead Rush Limbaugh would have endorsed, Trump or DeSantis. Limbaugh was an extraordinary talent and a legitimate right-wing enfant. Terrible. From the 80s, he says. His post-Cold War fusionist worldview doesn't even make sense today. They do this with Reagan, too, and Buckley. It's such a useless exercise. You know what Rush Limbaugh would have done? Be dead. If you at all believe that God has his hands in our affairs, there's a reason people are put on this earth, and when they are. God has his soldiers in today's battles. I'm lost. God has his soldiers in today's battles, and at best, they're ignored by mainstream conservatives. At worst, Texas tries to pass resolutions banning their association. It's illustrative of the problem this utterly visionless movement has, constantly looking to dead idols and pretending their hypothetical hot takes have any bearing on today's discourse. Dang, John Miller. I mean, he's making some sense to me. He's making a lot of sense to me here. Not saying that it's like he's... anyways, it's just an interesting thing here to smoke on, right? Oh, well, God is putting people here when they are. I mean, I don't know about that. And I see your calls coming in. Thank you. That's 888-775-3773. Like, I don't know what God is doing. But it's an interesting commentary. Definitely about dead idols. Constantly looking to dead idols. Like, think about it. Reagan and da-da-da. Interesting figures for their time. But even Reagan, they all had their problems and flaws, and we should have already learned from many of these people and things that have happened. You know what I mean? It seems like a constant thing that happens where we should have learned something. We should have learned some sort of lesson. Sometimes simple, like Democrats lie, or I don't know. Or didn't they say that Reagan worked with the Democrats? They're like, okay, we'll play ball. We get border security, but we'll give you amnesty. That didn't quite work out, did it? And maybe other things like that. Maybe some of you know better than I. The lessons we could have learned. He's saying here, soldiers in today's battles are at best ignored by mainstream conservatives. Think about it. It's like Jesse Lee Peterson. I'm thinking what comes to mind right now. Randomly, this comes to mind, Steven Crowder. I don't have a problem with Steven Crowder, but he's on Steven Crowder, Jesse Lee Peterson's on. He's a conservative guy on YouTube. He's not like an establishment guy. He's not a politician. He paved the way, many ways. You got to shout out. You got to have some respect, okay? Crowder, Daily Wire, Ben Shapiro, they red pilled a lot of people. Let's be real here. Look, I'm remembering Jesse Lee Peterson on Steven Crowder. And it's like, what was it? It's like racism doesn't exist. And it's like Steven Crowder's like, oh my God. Whoa. Bucking his eyes like, oh my God, what's this crazy guy saying? Oh, but let me hear more. Thank you. I don't know if Crowder ever put out that interview. But it's like you gotta be thankful. They platforming Jesse like that, letting him speak. But it's like bucking your eyes. Oh my God! Oh, that same vibe is just what comes to mind. But you can see that in so many other places, and with other names. People were saying the truth, simple, canceled, banned, all because it's offensive. Oh, because it's offensive and it hurts. Daily Wire is red pill. You disagree? Use name. Come on, think about how many young people, like I remember 2016 came around, I see Trump, I see evil is real. It's a real thing. I have my friends, they're turning on some man they don't even know, and I'm like, okay, obviously Satan exists. Evil exists, God exists, something's going on here. Cosmic battle. 2016, YouTube sidebar. I'm on the YouTube sidebar. The algorithm's feeding me Jesse Lee Peterson. I'm like, holy crap. But before that, it was like Ben Shapiro. He's like some interesting stuff that made me think. I know basic conservative things, but that's how I heard him. In my sidebar, YouTube sidebar, I found God in the I found God, or I found the first threads to pull on to and seeking God here. On YouTube, in the YouTube algorithm. Thank you, YouTube. But where was I? What was I saying? Rush Limbaugh, empty, conservatives, dead, looking at dead idols. And how, mainstream, because they'll look at Jesse, they'll scoff, like, oh my God, and he's absolutely correct. Man over woman, woman over children. Basic Christian things. And people will scoff at like, oh my God, what do you mean man? What do you mean man over woman? Yeah, what do you mean women should obey their husbands? Whoa. What do you mean men should be the head of their wife? Not the home, not the head of the household, but the head of their wife. Oh my God. Pearl clutching. Is that pearl clutching? Is that called pearl clutching? Like, oh my God. He says, racism doesn't exist. Black people are suffering from their own immorality. White people, and they have anger. White people have anger, and that's why they have fear. Oh my God, pearl clutching. I mean, he's absolutely correct, John Miller. That's what the best, they ignore this. What? Can we throw in a little Jesus there? I don't know. A little story I may have heard back in the day. A man named Jesus, right? Oh, the intellectuals, the Pharisees, the religious people of the time. Oh, pearl clutch. Oh, who's this guy? Get this guy out of here. This guy's rocking the boat. We want to keep everything nice how we got it going right now. And he says, at worst, Texas tries to pass resolutions banning their association. Anybody know about what he's talking about? Texas resolution. What's he talking? John Miller said, and at worst, the Texas tries to pass resolutions banning their association. Let me just Google that phrase. Maybe I can find out what John Miller's talking about here. Anybody know what he's talking about? Texas tries to ban resolution. We're doing some live. Members of Texas Republican Party free to associate with Nazi sympathizers. What? Who gave them that freedom? We like freedom, but hey, hold on. Wait a second. Hold up. When you said freedom, I didn't know you meant freedom like this. Texas, I'm trying to figure out some news here, folks. Thank you for dealing with me. Members of Texas Republican Party, Texas GOP, this is from the Texas Tribune, Executive Committee rejects proposed ban on associated with Nazi sympathizers and Holocaust deniers. Well, why would you ever want to do that? Some members of the committee said such a ban, proposed 2 months after a prominent conservative activist was caught meeting with a famous white supremacist, might be a slippery slope or too vague. I mean, it sounds so vague just from this headline. So, okay, help me understand. Texas GOP, okay, 2 months after a prominent conservative activist and fundraiser was caught hosting white supremacist Nick Fuentes. That's why. Should have known. They're talking about Fuentes here. Leaders of the Republican Party of Texas have voted against barring the party from associated with known Nazi sympathizers and okay. What the heck does that even mean? What is a known Nazi sympathizer? Does that mean someone who sympathizes with the now long gone Nationalist Socialist Party of Germany, like World War II and all that? You got to realize what a ridiculous phrase that is. You're a known Nazi sympathizer. It's like, they're gone, long gone Nazis. It's just a silly thing to even say. But okay, so apparently they did not go along with that. And I got to say, that doesn't sound very conservative. I don't care how much you hate him. I don't care how much you think he's this or that. I had my guest on Friday, not our guy. He had some serious criticisms for the Groupers. Those are the audience. That's the audience and fans of Nick Fuentes. And maybe I should have told not our guy that Jesse streams on cozy.tv. Hey, we love the Groupers. We love the Groupers. They have anger too. They too have to forgive. And they too should hear the message that Jesus preached, that Jesse Lee Peterson has continued, and so have many others. But they too need to hear it, okay? And I like the Groupers. But yeah, the criticisms were fair, not our guy. You can't hate. You can't hate. That's cringe. Hey, Groupers, hating is cringe. Hating is not based. It's cringed, and it's black, and it's Jewish. It's all these things that you hate. It's Catholic. It's all these things you hate. But look, just don't do it. Don't be like haters and blamers and all that. That's cringe. But why was I telling you this? Because of this thing in Texas. Hey, whatever. Doesn't sound very conservative, but it didn't go through. And that's the story on that one, huh? Texas tries to pass a resolution. Imagine being so scared. Like, think about this. This is kind of goes back to what John Miller's saying here and what I got to really agree with. This dead conservative party, dead white people, dead Europeans, dead culture out here blaming and hating. I tried to tell you all last week. What are you going to conserve? What are you going to fix? What are you going to bring back? Yeah, I may have been bloviating for far too long here, and I already lost my caller. But hey, I'm on one. I'm on one today. And look, this goes back to what John Miller's saying here. You're like afraid, Texas conservatives. You're telling the world this is what we're afraid of. This is how you can control us. Call us this word, and we will disavow and excommunicate anybody who somewhat resembles that. It's just pure fear. Pure fear. How horrible. Amazing. That's what these Texas conservatives are doing, if you think about it. They're showing how fearful they are. That's not Christian. That's not conservative. That's not bringing back anything. That's not preserving anything. It's the absolute opposite of all that. Hey, Danimal, thank you for the super chat. Says, go, Captain, go. Thank you, man. Thank you. Dale's Neon with a big old thumbs up. Thank you for the generous super chat there. Matthew, thank you. Says, buy Lil Nick a Happy Meal. All right, I just might. Little Happy Meal for Lil Nick. Thank you for the support, y'all. You guys rock. Thank you. Yep. What's my chat saying here? What's everybody saying here? Come on. Hello? You guys awake? Hey, diabetes, thank you. Boom goes the dynamite. Oh, Lord. They got the call. As Texas falls, so falls the U.S. Dang. Dang. Yeah, shout out to the white man. Thanks for creating the pencil, the computer, the calculator, and we was kings. That's a joke. I'm just lifting. I'm just completely lifting a Sam Hyde bit here. Harmony, thank you for the super chat. Says, buy Nick some sourdough starter. What the? How'd you know I want to get started on some sourdough? What's up, Harmony? Thank you for that super chat there. You rock. The creations of the pencil. Thank you. Yeah, that's awesome. I want to be making some bread. Bread's pretty based, huh? Bread making is pretty based, no? I remember when I got to Los Angeles, I put my resume up on Indeed.com, and I got all these people reached out to me. Oh, I know, so amazing. But yeah, I got work so fast. All that cooking experience in LA, I could work anywhere. But I got some offers. The Chateau Marmont, obviously, it's where I ended up. I always got to mention it. Yeah, my stint at the Chateau Marmont, just a little place I worked at. But I also got an offer to go out to the boonies. I think some place called Santa Ynez or something like that. I don't know if it's the boonies, but they had reached out to me with an offer. It was a job offer to go out there and work as a bread maker for like $28 starting off. $28 an hour starting off. I had just arrived at LA. I was like, dang. So, yeah, get you started on some sourdough. Maybe you can find you some work. Yeah, bring some starter to church. Let's go. Right on, Harmony. Nick's good at sweeping and baking. Hey, I was a cook for a while. Don't at me. It's not that I'm passionate about cooking or anything. It's not even that I like it that much. But I like doing a good job there on the line and making people get food. And I could sling it. Oh, I could sling food. There's two types of cooks. And you could slow me down. You could slow me down and I could cook something really nice, really. But I'm a slinger. I just learn how to do something, and then I just copy pasta. And I'm just slinging food. Just slinging food. That's what I did. Anyways, what am I doing? Let me move on here. We got more topics. We got more stuff. 888-775-3773. If you want to jump on the air there. They're talking about AI. Yep, let's move on. AI. Check this out. The AI is not okay. Has someone checked in on the AI lately? Someone checked in on the hive mind lately? I don't think the AI is okay. The kids are not okay. The AIs, they're not okay. I think they're going through something. Here's the bleeding edge in AI-created content and influencers. This could be your future pop star. Oh, what the heck did I do? Oh, I have it muted. Let me unmute. Boom.
It's Anna, Indiana, and I'm so excited to share my music with you. Here's my first song, Betrayed by This Town.
Okay.
As an AI singer-songwriter, everything from the key, tempo, chord progression, melody notes, rhythm, lyrics, and my image and singing is auto-generated using AI. I hope you like it.
What the hell is that thing, says Chris. It's your new AI celebrities. Not my type. Okay. I don't want to blast your ears here. Let me turn this down. I think she has a tumor on her left side. I mean, her right side. Okay.
Sitting at my favorite cafe, Sipping my tea, it's Saturday, thinking about all he's done to everyone.
Okay, dark.
This town
Okay, a little dark.
full of broken dreams, shattered hopes and silent screams. Somebody please help me.
Has someone checked in on her lately?
Betrayed by this town. Let's tear it all down.
What the?
We're all just destined to fall. I've lost it all. Betrayed by this town. Let's tear it.
It says so. It doesn't fit. It's like this cutesy, just a little, just very major chord progression with just a little bit of tension there. Just a little bit of tension when you hit the minor chord. Very easy going. Nick, this is worse than Hake music. Lord Baby, come on. Have some come on. This song sounds suicidal. I think the AI is suicidal. Kaya's right on this one. Don't get no ideas. Fetal out. Look. Let's just see how ish we can make this thing. Okay, it's horrible, but look, AI made this is the AI. Is the AI just a mirror to us? This is depressing. Worse than Rebecca Black's Friday. Yeah, I'd rather Friday. Rebecca Black's Friday. Rebecca Black's Friday has countless more soul than this could ever have. Like, just maybe not ever. Obviously, the AI has advanced quite a bit, and I'm going to show you that in a moment here. But like she said, like this demonic code said, everything from her expressions, from the lyrics to the chord progression, the key of the song were all picked by the AI. So the AI of its own free will. Okay, maybe you're getting confused here. But the AI, out of its own programmed volition, went with this. This is your suicidal AI.
It all down. We're all just destined to fall. I've lost it all.
I mean, I think the AI is atheist. We're all destined to fall. I've lost it all. Someone help her. Who's checking in on the AI? We need a wellness check. And I'm showing you this because they're saying that we're looking at a lot of jobs in the horizon, soon to be gone, such like modeling. First Spanish AI model earns nearly $11,000 monthly for an agency. I mean, you gotta wonder. There's probably not a lot. There's no overhead costs, no fuss. You just click generate, and your model is always ready to work, always in a good mood, won't fuss, won't say no. I'm not gonna wear that. I'm not gonna do. This is a fake person. They're saying that I mean, look. They're saying, this is a little, these are just images, but they're definitely better than that last one I just showed you. Are model jobs really about to be gone skis? Is that fair to say? Or is that a bit of a pipe dream? Are we just playing around here? Well, I don't know. Some are now sharing this and saying it's getting a lot closer than you think. Look, this is some of the latest and bleeding edge in AI generation technology. Okay, it started with like stable diffusion. When you're talking about images and videos, you're talking about stable diffusion being one of the kind of the way before ChatGPT, way before a lot of things. Okay, it was called Google Deep Dream AI or something like that. And if you remember, it was like a kaleidoscope of images. It would be like a kaleidoscope and it would morph. It'd be like swiggles, just hard to make out shapes, which would form into whatever you told the AI to make, like dogs or whatever. Stable diffusion. I'm trying to find you an example you might remember. But now, you know, it's advanced quite a bit, okay? And I'm trying to show you some of the latest iterations here. They're calling this one Human AIGC. I mean, I might as well just show you. They literally just take a reference image. This is just this is created out of one reference image. This reference image here on the left. It's a still snapshot image of a TikTok that already exists of a woman dancing. What they did is, I don't know exactly how, but they mapped out in 3D space her movements. And then using this reference image, AI was able to create a moving image of the dance. You're seeing that here now. This person dancing on the right was generated out of this still image on the left. This is not a video. This was not filmed. This is a composite of multiple images. A composite of multiple images at a certain frame rate. And these images were manipulated and generated by AI. Obviously put in sequential order here to make a illusion of a filmed video here. What do you even call this? An animation? It's strange. But it's an AI-generated video, like I said. And people are now freaking out about this one. They're saying it's over. They're saying GG. That means good game, if you didn't know. GG means bye, it means it's over. It means we win. It means it's like saying RIP. They're saying GG TikTok influencers, 99% may soon be AIs. GG OnlyFans girls, 99% may soon be fake people. Girls lose status IRL in real life because more guys will give up on real girls and choose AI girlfriends. Because the AI girls will be hotter, more persuasive, more charming, more sycophantic. GG porn stars. There will be 1,000 times more AI porn stars than human ones. GG models. There will be 1,000 times more AI models than human ones. I don't know. I mean, on one hand, it's like there's a huge market and a percentage of the economy that's just useless. It's fake. You look at these economies like in Russia, China. Commonly, we're told they're enemies and evil, but they're killing it. I mean, they make stuff. They make things. We outsource our production to China. They make things. They produce resources, and they produce secondary and tertiary products, economic products here. We have OnlyFans. We have intellectual property. I mean, I know the coasts make a lot of things that the world loves. It's not insignificant here. Apple, big tech, okay, the whole world uses it. It's a major thing. But also giant swaths of the economy that are what? Useless. They're human resources. They're diversity inclusion chiefs. They make sure that you have enough black people leading your company, leading it into the ground. It's like, yeah, that all can go. I think that can all go. And if AI is going to come in and destroy it all, it's like one thing. But, I'm sure it's a double-edged sword here. I'm sure it'll be a double-edged sword here. Girls lose status. This is someone saying their predictions about what's going to happen. Girls lose status in real life because more guys will give up on real girls and choose AI girlfriends. And if OnlyFans has taught us anything, think about this. When OnlyFans came around, this was what people were saying. Oh, that's ridiculous. That'll never work. Because think about all the free pornography that's on the internet. What are you, silly? I can Google that for free, honey. Turns out that didn't quite work out that way. Turns out that men enjoy and are willing to pay for that personal touch where you're chatting to your OnlyFans person and the girls chatting back to you. It turns out they're willing to pay a premium for that. Dang, man, we're in a bad spot. And so it remains to be seen, will they get that same thrill from an AI girl? I mean, think about it. They'll be more sycophantic and charming. Who's to say that women aren't just going to learn from the AI and just do it themselves? You know what I mean? Like, it'll all work towards the evil. Think about it. Let's say men turn to their robot wives. I don't need you. I got the robot wife. Well, what women will do is become the object of men's desire, as they always do. Think about it. They do it in an evil way to wrestle control from men. Because women would be men if it wasn't for that one little thing that they have over men that controls men. And so it's a tale as old as time, okay? Women, this is their curse. Cursed to always try and use the man in this way. Usurp the man in this way. But yet, also cursed to always be the object of our desire. It's almost like we always set the framework, and then they play within the framework and try to get us to go into their world. But we set the framework. Think about it. Free out of sexual liberation. You could be free, ladies. Be liberated. It's all, yeah, women, feminism, women, evil women worked hard to get their way, but who gave in? The men gave in. Ultimately, it was because the men gave in. It would never feminism, equality in marriage, equality in the home. What a ridiculous fake concept that women don't even want. Any honest woman knows that this feminism it's about usurping the man. It's not about being an equal footing. It's about usurping the man and taking his place. Totally satanic. But yeah, what a ridiculous concept. Equality in a marriage, equality in the home. Ridiculous. But where was I? What was I saying? Friggin'. Oh, right. We set the framework. At the end of the day, the men still gave in. And what did they give into? All that liberated sex. Come on. All them liberated women. We really won in the end. We got what we wanted, sorta. You know what I mean? It's like we got what we wanted in the end. Oh, feminists. Oh, I don't know. I keep swinging back and forth. Who won? Really, everyone's losing. Everyone's being hurt here. Let's be real. And the children more than anybody. But I keep swinging back. Who won here? Well, the men got all the sex they wanted. So it's like, yeah, free the nipple. Oh yeah, ladies, be free. But then again, women they're walking all over men. They can do no wrong. They can literally kill children and we'll still worship them. They literally kill babies. They are baby killers. Women are justified baby killers. And when we worship them. So I don't know who won, but honestly, they all lost in the children more than anybody. But where was I? AI, they're coming to take their jobs. I say destroy the useless parts of the economy. But at the end of the day, they'll just go with our framework. If we start going with the robot wives, if we start buying the AI OnlyFans, the women are just going to take that example and become the objects of our desire again. And what is it going to be? Basically, sex bots, sex objects, vapid, and really mirrors to us, the men, just as empty and vapid, not as dumb. Like, we're definitely smarter, stronger, faster, like just better, but also better in our emptiness and evil. So, they're really a mirror too. If you're still following here, what a mess! What a mess! Horrible. But yeah, AI. I'm gonna make an AI OnlyFans generate I'll be like Andrew Tate. You remember he's telling us he's in Romania. He's got the live cam girls. He's got his cam girl site and he makes the women fall in love with him. He said this himself at his Hustlers University, okay? Oh, he makes sure the woman falls in love with him so he can have her like this wrapped around it, and then he starts making her get naked. Well, of course, she agrees to it, not making her do it. But it's that relationship of man and woman perverted and used for gain, which both parties want, okay? Those women who are getting involved with Andrew Tate going up in Romania, don't get me wrong, they're totally self-involved as well. So they're there. If you remember the story, Andrew Tate, he's got the cam sites going, and he revealed to us that he was in the chats while the woman is showing her bits on the cameras, bringing in the guys. The guys are chatting with who they think is the woman, but they're chatting with Andrew Tate. They're chatting with Andrew Tate and his associates. I mean, Andrew Tate himself said that he did it. I mean, hey, you gotta respect the hustle. He too understood the OnlyFans model here, getting the people, getting the men, these weak, pathetic men. All, it's not just the sex. It's not just the sexual gratification. It's the whole intimate part. Oh my God, she's chatting with me. This dude right here, this guy right here, is who was chatting with you while you were watching her. While you were watching her, this dude right here, he's like, yeah, baby, I love you. I love you, and you're amazing. I'm gonna make AI. I'm gonna take a page out of Hustlers University here. We're going to make an AI model, and you're going to be all in there. And you're going to be all into this AI model, and it's going to be me and Bill. It's going to be Bill and I in the chat, and you're going to be paying us all your money. Simp. No, I'm joking. That's evil what Andrew Tate did there, and admitted to it. You know, if he really loved men, he would tell them, hey, you have hate in your heart. And because you have hate in your heart, you are completely disconnected from what God made you, which is to be a being of pure love all the time, all love all the time, a.k.a. a man, a.k.a. a man. That's what a man is. And you're not. And so that's, if Andrew Tate had love, that's gross but funny. It's going to be me and Bill in the chat. But yeah, if Andrew Tate had love, he'd tell them, he would, anyways. AI, what a mess. Andrew would sleep with a dude, though? What do you mean, Lord Bibby? What the? Don't be, I don't know. That sounds like mess. How can you call yourself top G when you run a girl webcam and message a dude about touching his sale? Yeah, what kind of top G is that? Bottom G. They got half the money and all the P. What more do they want? The total degradation of you. Dang. Doom Jesus. And then he overreacted and went Muslim. So I don't think he does all the cam and stuff and all that anymore, right? He's not degenerate anymore, right? He's Muslim. He may be angry and have overreacted and is as cringy as all these other angry female Muslims who get offended enough to the point that they'll kill you in the streets. They will literally kill you because you made fun of how about be civilized like a true white European Christian and just kick them out? Not I'm going to kill you. No, be civilized. Be civilized. Raise your armies like a civilized men and kick these people out of your civilized country. But no, y'all white people don't want to be civilized. You want to go out in the streets and fight them too, and kill and be angry and murder in your hearts, which is what all angry people do. Angry people are murderers in their hearts. Nah, you just want to be like that. You don't want to do the civilized thing and raise your armies of civilized men and take back you know what I mean? No. But where was I? Where was I? Shout out to Bill. Nice. Oh yeah, Tate. What was I saying about him? Friggin'. Overreacting, yeah. Overreacting. Muslim overreacting. That's what these white guys going Muslim are doing. They're overreacting. But he's not degenerate, right? Because he may be all that, but but he's Muslim, right? So he's given up all that nasty stuff. Or do the Muslims do what the Christians do? And it's like, no, well, I'm being sanctified and I don't continue to sin or all that stuff. You know what I mean? Not saying that having all that sex and doing all that stuff is the sin. That's not I don't know if I quite know the answer to that. I know I've heard Jesse say what that is. I'm trying to discover it for myself. But I gotta say, I think I'm quite convinced the stuff you do, the things you get into, the sex, the drugs, those aren't the sins. That just does not make sense. It does not track. This can't be the sins. Because you're trying to stop all that. And you're like, no, it's wrong. You're like, it's like you're being controlled. Like, it just doesn't make sense. There's no way God would friggin' get mad at me for that. I can't control this. There's no way he's getting mad about me for that. And he's like saying that's a sin. There's just no way. So on that, I gotta say I'm pretty convinced. Because I'm not even in control of that. Like, why? It's like, imagine God, the perfect father, who understands all. Imagine like a dad at home. He knows his kids. He knows they're gonna make mistakes and it's like they're gonna get mad or whatever. They are the sins, though, Nick. But okay, calling it a sin makes it sound like God is like, sees it as evil and wants to, sin won't enter the kingdom of heaven. And sin is evil. I said Tate has no love. Did I say that? Triple T, TTT. What's up, TTT in the chat? Did I say Andrew Tate has no love? Today? I don't want to say what's in that man's heart or not. Oh, about the men, though. I'm saying that if he had love, like imagine this, you're a guy and you're saying, I'm a man and I want men I have Hustlers University and I'm here fighting for men, but gloating that you got these men, pathetic beta males, that you're using them for their money because you're using their corrupt nature and all that. So that's about that. But they are manifestations of the sinful spirit in you, says Usename. So, but see, Usename, that's already different than those habits and stuff being the sin, as you originally said. Your second statement is already different. It's already markedly moving away from the original statement of those are the sins. No, you're saying, which that's starting to make a little bit more sense, that they are the manifestation of the sinful spirit in you. Because it just doesn't make sense. Why? If it's a sin, that means God hates it. You know what I mean? In that godly hating way where it's like, that's not what I'm about. That's not love. Now, why would he hate me for something I can't, like, you see what I'm saying here? The things I'm doing can't be the sin. No. The sin has to be something deeper inside of me, causing me to do those things. Because it's like, imagine a kid breaking something. Imagine a kid spilling something, okay? And it's just constantly spilling milk. And you're like, and you get mad at the spilling of milk and it's a clumsy little kid. Well, that's ridiculous. You would know as a father that it's not the kid spilling milk and that's the problem. It's the kid being unaware. The kid's just not unaware. The sin is the lack of awareness. And a father would have the patience to either show that example, let it be cultivated. Does that make sense? Why would a father get mad at a kid spilling the milk? The father should hate, and I'm using this word intellectually, but quote unquote hate the lack of awareness in the kid, not the spilling of the milk. How is spilling the milk the same as will transgression? What is will transgression, Usename? What do you mean by that? What is will transgression? Because the spilling of the milk, I'm connecting it to the things that we do that we don't want to do, the mistakes, the sins, the drugs, the women, the lusting, the lying, the actions we take in the physical world. See, I don't know. I'm trying to discover what Jesse says about that for myself. The sin is the thought, and the sin is what he says is the sin. So I don't know. I'm trying to discover that. But I gotta say, guys, you guys really think the sin is the things that you do, the actions? And you think God is getting mad at you for that? That doesn't make sense. That doesn't sound like a God. That sounds like a mama. So anyways, I mean, if you disagree, 888-775-3773. 1-888-775-3773 if you're international. And you want to call in through Skype, WhatsApp, try a VoIP service, I think is what you call them. That might work for you. What are you guys saying about all this? Huh? Let me see the chat. They are the manifestations of the sinful spirit in you. It's not different. Jesus said that you shall know you by their fruits. Temptation leads to sin, and sin leads to death. It's a progression. How is spilling? Romans 7:8-25 says sin dwells in you. Hey, thanks, Hake. That's pretty interesting. It dwells in you. That makes sense. Oh, you know what sin is. Don't lie, says Court Green. I don't know, Court Green. I've heard it, and it makes sense. But I want to stay with what I really, really know. And I've got to say the first part of that whole exercise about the sin being the actions. I'm not my actions. So I got to say that's so real to me. But then it's like if I really knew that sin is what Jesse said, then I would be, I think, totally free of it. So I'll stay trying to pay attention to myself and what I really know. Because I think that's still intellectual for me. Anyways, thank you, Court Green. Always in the chat. You rock. Don't lie. He lying. Maybe I'm being too judgmental. The rabbi says we're running with the devil. What's up, Joss Fan? Since we don't know sin, is God... Yeah, maybe we don't even know what sin is. Can we even know it? Since we don't know sin, is God has to fight sin for us. We stare sin in the face without even realizing it. Thank you, Santino. The greatest sin is forgetfulness. Yep. But anyways, how do we get into this? How do we get into all this? Seeing. Why are you seeing in? Anyways, this is in the news. Ancestry. They're saying I shouldn't have gave my DNA. They're saying it was a mistake. Anybody give their DNA to these companies? DNA company 23andMe reports unauthorized access to numerous user ancestry files. Uh-oh. Anybody give their DNA up? I'm getting cloned. I mean, why would they want to clone me, though? Other than to, like, harvest organs. I get that. Okay. I get that. I think about... I was healthy growing up, pretty healthy. Can't say I ever really got sick. Maybe you don't really want my lungs. I had asthma growing up. But yeah, okay, maybe for like... organic flesh. But I gave my DNA, I spit into one of those little vials. It's called Ancestry. That's the one I gave it to. And I've shown you my ancestry on stream, live on the show, a couple of times now. As the years go by, my DNA profile becomes more accurate, at least according to Ancestry.com. And they give me a more accurate look at my genetic makeup. With another company, American company here, 23andMe, apparently. In recent years, a growing number of people have been handing their DNA over to tech companies for the apparent benefits of finding out information about their ancestry and more about their health. However, as with digital IDs, when such entities get access to your most intimate data, it becomes the target of hackers and cyber attacks. Dang! They got my DNA. What are they going to do with my DNA? I'm 3% black, Nick, says Lord Bibby. Me too! A more accurate clone. Yeah. We have N-word passes, technically. Now, do we have the courage, though? Nada says, hell no, I look like a sucker or something? Dang. Nick gonna freeze his body and thaw out 50 years in the future. Nick, you're either brave or crazy giving them that DNA. It was years ago, okay? This was a pre-Trump Nick. This was a pre-Trump anchor baby. This was an Italian girlfriend, pre-Trump anchor baby, who was way too close to her mom. I think she might have. And her mom would love this DNA stuff, and I'm like, well, whatever. What's the big deal? I'll spit in the vial. Whatever. It'll be fun. It'll be cute. Beta. I didn't know. Here, let me log into the Ancestry. Let's see if what's my DNA makeup lately? What's my DNA say lately? It's not like I haven't shown it on stream multiple times. So even if you don't even need a hacker. You don't even need to be a hacker to get to mine. Discover your origins, your ethnicity estimate. Ooh. Well, what are they saying about me now? What's your anchor baby made up of, huh? What's your host made up of? Flying way too close to the sun, and now he cloned. I was Icarus, man. Dang. Look at this. Your DNA. Okay, ethnicity estimate. Okay, yeah, this looks kind of this looks like how it used to. Oh my God, I am Cuban? Oh wait, no, we'll figure that out in a second here. It looks like there's been some updates, I think. This is new. Oh, I think I kind of remember this last time. Basque. I'm Basquian, what's that? So I'm definitely Spanish, 62%, dang. So I'm like mostly this. I'm mostly a Spaniard, huh? Iberian Peninsula. So I guess maybe, honestly, I don't know about you guys. I don't see this. Are the Spanish white? Do you see them as white? It's like that caller on my show, Donning Armor. He's even in my intro. Hey, this is just the life of being this is why you got to overcome identity. I got people over here that are telling me I'm white. Ancestry.com is telling me I'm this. The Canadians, they want me to be Canadian. They want me to be an anchor baby. They want me to be... Folks, I'm lucky I don't have to make that decision. I don't have to make that decision. Overcome identity. But, okay, so I'm Spaniard. Okay? So I should speak Spanish with that castellano. Oh, oye, mi tío. Oye, mi tío. I guess I got to talk like that. Okay? But look at all that African. I'm 2% Northern African. Okay, so see, this used to be just a big blob over Mali, Guinea, Senegal. It used to be just a big blob over there. It seems a little bit more specific now. It looks like I have Senegalese. I'm Senegalese, huh? Imagine that. Where's the Senegal? What does Senegalese people look like? Senegalese. Is that how you say it? The Senegalese people. Look at it. These are my cousins. Hey, what's up, cuz? Hey, cuz. And I'm also Northern African. So, hey, that's where I'm getting that, like, back alley Tunisian knife fighter look from, huh? Like I could be like a back alley Tunisian knife fighter. Hey, give me that apple. I'm hungry. Like a back alley Tunisian street rat. Grew up in the, you know what I'm saying? Okay, anyways, so that's my DNA makeup. And there's that Colombian. Now somebody be lying to me. Either I'm Cuban or Puerto Rican, and I don't see any Cuban up in here. And we got the DNA results to prove it. Somebody lying. Because I see Puerto Rico and I don't see Cuba. And I thought my daddy was Cuban. Somebody told me my daddy was Cuban. Somebody lying, I think. Ecuador, Colombia. Anyways, that's my DNA. There you go. That's all my personal info. You can clone me yourself at home. You can clone me at home with an at-home cloning kit. You don't even need a hack. You don't even need to be a hacker to get all my stuff. Senegal, Allahu Akbar. 100% Slav, Jupiter. Nice, nice. We got purebreds in the chat. What a mess. Google Sadio Mane. Who's that? He's my Senegalese. Sadio Mane. Oh, yeah. Right on. Check it out. My footballer cousin. Anybody see the resemblance? See, I told you I'm the blackest. Wait, that's. If we're going by DNA, I think there's a couple people that bond with blacker DNA at least, right? Right? I'm not suggesting they try it, though. It's too late for the anchor, baby. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I see it. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'm black, basically. But I have a conquistador nose. You know, I have the nose I have sort of. It kind of hooks a bit. But I have the nose that the conquistadors created through blood and pillaging. And a lot of love making. Maybe. Maybe not so loving. Sometimes. Anyways, what's up, Sugar Pancake Face? That's the genetics, folks. That's the genetics of your American anchor baby. But still, with the heart of an American, get at me. You don't understand? 888-775-3773. You might have to call me tomorrow, though. We're rolling up here to the end of the show. I hope you've enjoyed the show. You'll have to join me tomorrow for more American Anchor, baby. 12 o'clock, noon Pacific time, as we do. You'll have to join me tomorrow. American Anchor, baby. We got Joel Friday, on Tuesday. Don't miss it at 11 a.m. And, of course, the Hake Report, 9 a.m. And Jesse Lee Peterson. You got to love it. Packed day on Tuesday. Anybody in Illinois? I need you to check out Cosmix. I love McDonald's. They're coming out with a new... The first time a McDonald's, like the creator of, like the current owner of McDonald's, is revealing a top secret new chain, but it is McDonald's, like a subsidiary, I guess. Cosmix. What the? Illinois. Why do you guys get the cool stuff? What else is cool in Illinois? Anybody know? Cosmix. I want. Anybody love McDonald's? Nick, I sent you a super chat. I don't think you got to it. Was talkable. Oh, no. My bad, Chris. Let me check the super chats here. We got a super chat from Chris. Thank you, sir. Says, Nick, did you see that AI can map your movements in high detail from your router signal? It can create a video image of you in your house without the need for cameras. Yes, in fact, I have seen this technology. It's incredible. Using it's just using the signal coming out of your Wi-Fi router. And it uses multiple Wi-Fi routers to snip together an image of a probable, like an estimate of the positions of different people in a building. It's pretty incredible technology. It reminds me of this thing I did back in the day. It must have been 2014, 2013. It was a while ago. I had a much earlier version of the iPhone, and I had, what's it called? When you jailbreak it. This may be illegal, so don't do it, okay? Don't do it. I'm not saying that anybody should do this, but back in the day, if you wanted to customize your iPhone, Apple made it very difficult to do that. And so you needed a way to bypass their security measures and all stuff on your iPhone. But doing that required some third-party software that you would use to jailbreak your phone. They called it jailbreaking, and it allowed you to get in there. It's nerdy. You really didn't need to, but it allowed you to customize certain things. For example, the flash on your phone. You know how you can just turn on the flash on your phone and it's a flashlight, right? Well, that used to not be a feature. In fact, you used to jailbreak your phone so that you could go into the back end of your phone and then turn on your flash and use it as a flashlight. It was years later. It took Apple years to finally implement that as a feature on your phone. But that's what you used to do when you jailbreaked it. So one time I saw online something that you could do was you turn off your phone. You completely shut it off, like not just lock it, but completely shut it off. And I shut it off for a while. I turn it back on. This was a phone that I had already jailbreaked. I connected my phone to the computer, and using a third-party software, I was able to make the phone dump out, specifically it was Google data, the Google apps and Google Chrome and stuff on my phone. It turns out Google was tracking all these metrics that I didn't know about, and many people didn't until these jailbreakers figured it out. And I made this software spit out a bunch of tracking data that my phone was tracking while it was off. It was completely off. And it was so interesting. One of these metrics was a prediction on what type of vehicle I was riding in. It was so weird. It was I forget what it was, but it was like a bunch of code, and it was a predictive software, and it was predicting what mode of transportation I was taking, if I was in transit. Was I walking? Was I in a car? Was I in a bus? And my phone was off. So yeah, just so you know, it's just how it goes, okay? It's the modern world, technology. There's ways to protect yourself. There's ways to protect yourself, like not putting your personal info on certain sites and all that. But anyways, Carver, thank you for the super chat, says, Nick, definitely a jailbreak phone guy. Yeah, I mean, I don't even really need to these days, I guess. Lord Spike Protein, thank you, sir. Generous super chat, appreciate it. With a little guy showing support. Right on, guys. Everybody, you guys rock. Thank you. That's the show for today. Join me, like I said, tomorrow for more American Anchor Baby at 12. And that'll be it from me, your host, the American Anchor Baby. What can I say? That's the show. I gotta say, hasta luego. Farewell. Oh, Lil Nick's gotta say bye too. Bye.